Goodness me, how did that not go in?
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 unbelievable saves in soccer history.
But there's a goalkeeper, absolutely determined not to be beaten.
For this list, we're looking at some of the most sensational and bizarre saves that professional goalkeepers have made. Which save impressed you the most? Let us know below. Number 10. René Higuita versus England. In a friendly against England in 1995, it should have been a forgettable match since there were no stakes. But not with Higuita minding the Colombian goal. One of the pioneers of the sweeper-keeper role, he was known for his eccentric ways that could either produce magic or cost his team. Thankfully, on this night, it was the former. As England's Jamie Redknapp poorly crossed the ball into the box, a usual keeper would have just grabbed it with their hands, but not Higuita. He jumped forward, swung his legs behind him in the air, and batted the ball away. Known as the Scorpion Kick, the world's media lapped up this remarkable piece of goalkeeping. Number 9. Jan Oblak versus Bayer Leverkusen. Atletico Madrid's Slovenian goalkeeper is one of the very best in the world today. And in 2017, for the round of 16 in the UEFA Champions League, Oblak certainly rose to his stellar reputation. With Madrid having won the first leg against Bayer Leverkusen, they had to avoid a heavy loss to go through in the second leg. Well, the German team threw everything at Slovenian goalkeeper Jan Oblak. At one point, he saved not one, not two, but 3 successive shots. When the ball went out of play, an exhausted Oblak fell to the floor and was acknowledged by his teammates for his efforts. Number 8. Ben Amos versus Shrewsbury Town. With Shrewsbury Town's Stefan Payne finding a chance in the box, he dummied a shot to find space, causing Charlton's goalkeeper Ben Amos to fall to the grass. Now, Payne just needed to knock it in the net. Only Amos, with his back to the ball, springs up and somehow blocks the attempt.
Nolan, now it's Stefan Payne! Amos with a stop!
The ball trickles against the post before Amos manages to stop the forward from getting another shot away. It's a shame the Addicks lost the game after such heroics from the former Manchester United keeper. Number 7. Joe Hart versus Manchester United. With United in the lead thanks to a Wayne Rooney goal, Man City had a corner near the end of the match. Well, Joe Hart went up for it, hoping to secure a point for his side. Unfortunately for City, United got possession and immediately ran toward the open goal. After some confusion, the ball eventually arrived at Rooney, who tried to score from distance.
And Hart has got there, but Rooney has gone for it! And oh my goodness, he very nearly came off it!
Only Hart, who had sprinted from one side of the pitch to the other, had other ideas. Facing the goal, Hart batted the ball out of the air and put it out for a corner. Number 6. Tomáš Kuščák versus Wigan Athletic. With this moment being voted Save of the Season by Match of the Day viewers, it certainly lived up to the billing and then some. Playing for West Bromwich Albion against Wigan in the Premier League, Polish keeper Tomáš Kuščák was doing his best to secure the 3 points for his side. With Wigan attacking, the ball ended up at the feet of Jason Roberts in the box, a couple of yards from the goal line.
For Bullard, Roberts, and Roberts! And Kuščák with an amazing save. It's easy to say Jason Roberts should have scored.
Kuščák released his inner Superman and dived across the line like a massive brick wall. He somehow blocked the shot with his outstretched frame. Beautiful. Number 5. Gianluigi Buffon versus France. Playing for Italy against France at the World Cup in 2006, Gianluigi Buffon had to watch as a cross whipped in by Willy Sagnol came to the head of an unmarked Zinedine Zidane. The rocket header was aimed above the keeper's head. Buffon acrobatically jumped into the air and tipped it over. This save led to Italy securing the win and the World Cup that year. With this save being just one example of his superb play throughout the tournament, Buffon was unsurprisingly awarded goalkeeper of the tournament. Number 4. David Seaman versus Sheffield United.
But can they find a cutting edge? Asaba, Pesky Solano, off the line! Oh, then Brown hitting it hard.
After letting in that Ronaldinho free kick at the 2002 World Cup, not many had much faith in Seaman's abilities.
Oh, and Seaman's been beaten! It's a goal!
Well, a year later, he proved he still had it. Playing for Arsenal in an FA Cup semi-final against Sheffield United, Seaman was making his 1,000th senior appearance in football. With Arsenal leading 1-0, United had a corner. With the ball bouncing around the box, it fell to Paul Pesky-Solido, who had an open goal. As he headed it, it looked like a certain equalizer for the Blades. But Seaman, rolling back the years, dived backward, got his hand behind the ball, and pawed it off the line amazingly. This allowed Arsenal to progress and win the FA Cup that year. Not too shabby. Number 3. Peter Schmeichel versus Rapid Vienna. We could have made a whole video on the amazing saves of Schmeichel, as the Danish keeper has made that many jaw-dropping stops. But the most impressive took place in a UEFA Champions League group match in 1996 against Austria's Rapid Vienna while playing for Manchester United. As the cross was whipped in for René Wagner, he rose and met the ball beautifully with his head. The fans in attendance began cheering, thinking their side had scored. While moving to his left, Schmeichel quickly dived low to his right and found the strength to bat the ball high and wide. Number 2. Grégory Coupet versus Barcelona. In a Champions League bout against Barcelona in 2001, after receiving a poor pass, Lyon defender Cassapa raced to stop Rivaldo from stealing the ball by knocking it towards his keeper. Only he messed it up big time, as the ball lobbed over Grégory Coupet's head. The French stopper, not knowing if he could use his hand since it came off his teammate, darted back and launched himself towards the goal with his head, redirecting the ball against his own crossbar. But then, Rivaldo was ready to finish the rebound. The keeper sprung to life and somehow stopped the blocked header on the line. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Gordon Banks versus Brazil. When a save is labeled Save of the Century, you know it's going to be something special. During the 1970 World Cup, England faced Brazil in a group match, and Jairzinho put in the cross towards the 6-yard box and found the head of one of the greatest players of all time, Pelé. He fired his header towards the bottom corner and then began to celebrate, sure that he had put his country ahead. Well, England's legendary goalkeeper Gordon Banks did something superhuman.
Pelé thought he'd scored with a perfect downward header, but Banks defied belief with a stunning save.
He dived across the goal, got his hand behind the ball, and somehow redirected it over the crossbar.
Honest to God, I thought it was a goal. Now I'm breaking my fall. I don't know where it's gone. I'm breaking my fall on Hart. So I hit the floor. The momentum of the save brings my lower part of my body. My head comes down, and I now see the ball bounce behind the goal. And I said to myself, Banksy, you're lucky.
In interviews, the late Banks always joked that he would be remembered for this moment more so than when he won the 1966 World Cup.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.